This is live in Beijing International Airport, and what you see there is Air Force One, indicating that the president, or POTUS, has arrived in Beijing to begin his two-day bilateral talks with the president of China, President Xi Jinping. There is a lot that has been planned for the president of the United States, including a whole list of itinerary for the president. He will hold talks with President Xi Jinping, and among the topics that he is going to discuss will be, of course, the situation in West Asia, and also the situation concerning Taiwan. So as you can see there, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has arrived in China. This is at the Beijing International Airport. Trump is set to hold talks with his Chinese counterpart, Xi Jinping. And this is a much-awaited visit from the US President. Remember, he last visited China more than 10 years ago. That is actually 9 years ago. And now he's back in China to foster the relationship between two biggest economies in the world, that is the United States and also China. And China has been waiting for this visit for a long time, so they want to discuss what is really happening in the Iranian conflict and also the Strait of Hormuz, because the blockade at the Strait of Hormuz has affected the shipping of crucial oil to China. And the president has been insisting that the reason why he wants the Strait of Hormuz to be opened is for the benefit of countries like China. So he's doing this for the benefit of the world and not for the benefit of the United States. He says that China needs to be involved in what is happening in West Asia and what is really happening in the Strait of Hormuz, because at the end of the day, their ships, their merchant vessels are stuck in the sea or on sea, and they cannot move their much-needed crucial crude oil. Let's talk to our correspondent, Susan Teherani. She's on phone. She's in New York. Susan Teherani, good to hear you. The president has arrived in Beijing. We are waiting for moments now. He will disembark from the plane. Over to you.
That's right. President Trump arriving in Beijing, Eric, as you mentioned, almost 10 years after his last visit in 2017. And he's going to find China that's very different on many fronts. On the one hand, China has been able to bypass a lot of the restrictions that the U.S. has put on it, not all, but many of them, sanctions as well. And then on the other hand, it has the world's largest Navy fleet, and in some ways have surpassed or is equal in technologies like batteries and robotics. Now, on the other hand, the president believes that he's going in there with the upper hand. You know, you have the dollar, the strongest currency, and then you also have, of course, technologies like semiconductors, which China is very eager to get a part of. And also, the military still stands very powerful. But I think the aspect of Iran and discussions regarding Iran, while the president doesn't want to focus on that, will definitely dominate these talks along with trade as well. So there is a lot of optics that we're going to be looking at, you know, a lot of nice, fuzzy moments between the two, but it's hard to imagine that Xi Jinping also feels like President Trump is, you know, his friend, as the president has often said. After all, these two men really have two very differing views and ideologies on how the world should be run as they sort of fight each other for the role of superpower.
Because what the American president says, he insists that he's going to only focus on trade, technology, and what is happening in Taiwan. He actually, in fact, said that he will not bring up Taiwan. He will let the president of China bring that topic up. And there's a lot at stake for Taiwan during this two-day visit by the president. Taiwan wants the United States president to discuss their arms sale to Taiwan. I don't know, Susan, if at all the president or the White House has said anything concerning what is happening in Taiwan.
Yeah, the president said that he's sure that Xi Jinping will bring up the issue of Taiwan, and he said he'll discuss it. You know, Taiwan is not only regarding Taiwan's autonomy and its democracy and its desire to stay away from China, but, you know, Taiwan is the world's biggest chip maker as well. So in the trade and economic aspect of it, it's very appealing for the United States. I highly doubt that Taiwan is on top of President Trump's mind, and I think this administration will continue with the strategic ambiguity that previous administrations have continued regarding Taiwan. But nonetheless, it will be no surprise that Xi Jinping is going to bring that up. I would be interested to see whether or not anything regarding Taiwan, at least behind closed doors, happens where the president can get some incentive regarding Iran from China and, you know, give something back regarding Taiwan. And I think Taiwan is very worried about that. But, you know, you never know behind closed doors whether or not some kind of deal, whether it's very gray or whether it's, you know, not all out China invading Taiwan, but something regarding trade would happen where both sides would be satisfied and Taiwan can play as a bargaining chip. Again, it's very concerning for Taiwan.
Talking about what is happening behind closed doors, there was a controversy on the list of the business people who are set to accompany the president to China. He actually posted on social media, onto social, indicating that there's a list of individuals or business people, including Elon Musk and also Tim Cook. He had an issue with one particular person. Maybe, Susan, you can give us more information about that.